Hello, 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 and welcome to this wonderful Friday. Hi, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend, which is in more than just arm's reach, basically just around the corner. Hi, Caninus. Hi, Sione. Hi, Nathadr. Hello, hello, hello. Good mornings and happy Fridays to you too. Hi, Maddie. It's not that bad. It is not that bad. Come on. Life isn't that hard. Hi, Salagon. Good morning. I'm doing good, thank you. I am doing pretty good. Weather outside is really ugh. All the more reason to stay in and game, right? As one would. As one would, if possible. So I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How about yourself? How about everyone? Yeah, I understand. Well, you had a little win yesterday. Celebrate that. Perfect. Perfect. Celebrate that. And as I said, life isn't that bad. It really isn't. No. Mm-mm.
What's up?
I know it's sometimes hard to believe, but it's not. And as I said, you had a little win yesterday. Perfect. Hold on to that. Celebrate it. What we are going to do today... we have quests here in Tanaris. Well, one still that we do. We trying to get to 43 and emptying the quest log a little bit. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing. Even though I was told yesterday on YouTube, under a live stream video, wow, you're bad. I think I'm going to continue in exactly the same fashion and enjoy my game. Right? Right. Perfect. Currently walking circles? Why? Why is that? And Canilinus, you have the day off today? Yay! Congratulations. Congratulations. Don't stop believing. That is a good song. That is a very good song. I agree. Yeah, what's the Stone Age? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. It doesn't matter. Good song regardless. So what was your win yesterday, Maddie? If you don't mind telling. The comments say that you're bad. That's both true that they manage. What? Oh, I don't care. I don't care about those comments. Not at all. I was even so kind as to reply to that person and say thanks for watching. Yeah. I don't mind them. Not at all. It was elephant. Yes. It definitely was elephant. Yep. You might have a picnic day next week. Why is it might? Why are we not sure yet? Who was an elephant? Dumbo. Dumbo was an elephant. And Benjamin Blümchen, also. Pretty sure. Pretty sure about those two. Just need to find out if it suits her calendar. How big is her calendar? How big is that calendar that she that she can't give an answer right away? You had a lot of... Nasadre. If that is going to be read out of context, you might be in a lot of trouble. A lot of space in your trunk. Who are you going to abduct? He's working a temp. Oh, and switches there aren't the hours. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So when do you know? When would you know? Presumably Monday. Alright. Got it. Got it. White van. Yeah. You got raised from 30 to 40. At least, not the 50 you would rather have. I need to talk to some pros if it's worth arguing for 50. Well, you got a raise already, so that's not too shabby. Congratulations. Congratulations. That's cool. That's really cool. But she said yes. Well, there you go. That sounds pretty promising on Salagon. LJ will be extremely happy to get a continuation on that story. Yep. You will abduct Siuni? And going to make her watch Alliance videos? Wow, what did she do to you? That's close to torture for her. What did she do? Okay. She refuses to share cake? Have you ever taken a look in the mirror, Nakadre, and asked the person in the mirror if they were going to share cake? Mm-hmm. Good talk. Good talk. Oh, look, a sheep. Is Salagon and Sally getting married? Who knows? You can't skip episodes, Canininos. You can't skip them. So far we have a daily reoccurrence. Or more like a weekly reoccurrence. You have to go through the episodes. No skipping, not reading the end of the book first. Not in the Ansalagon and Sally story. Maybe if you start making a cake for Nathadril now, he will be on your doorstep every other day. Not asking for cake, but demanding cake. And Canininus, as his apprentice, will do the same thing. They will not ask for cake, they will demand it. So, word of warning right there. They won't pay. You can send the bill to the Swedish government. Why to the Swedish? Jimmy Auguson? Auguson? Who's that? Your boss? Don't send him anything. Completely ignore him. Yeah. Completely ignoring any kind of attention just fuels more nonsense. Yeah, that seems to be a common thing these days. Anyway, let's not go further into that one. Not a topic we want. Bees make flowers wiggle and shake. That's a statement. That's a statement. Maybe I should get some more mana. Oh. That worked. See? The facade is crumbling. The facade is crumbling. People start to see through that. Yep. No, it's not rude, it's honest. That's two different things. We need 2 more thieves. Yeah. Unless the guy was called Peter? What? Being named Peter gives you a pass? What's with the Peter reference? I don't get that. Who is Saint Peter? And how would Siuni know someone who guards the gate to heaven? No. No, I did not. I absolutely did not, no. As soon as I turned 18, I quit that club. Nope. Since yesterday. You are trying to get on the good side again. No. I have nothing to do with that. I got the confirmation with 14 because my
that's what I call efficiency.
Because my parents wanted me to.
You've helped thin out the nomads' numbers enough now that we can start to think about how we can win back those water wells. The Gadgets and Water Company thanks you for your help, but we're far from done in dealing with those foul nomads. Listen close. Here's what we need next. We need you to take on the stronger ranks of the Wastewander nomads now. You've done a good job thus far, but if we are to take back those water wells, then it only makes sense to do it against as few nomads as possible. This time around, we need you to take down their rogues, assassins, and shadow mages. You'll find them east and southeast of here. I'm not going to lie to you. They're a nasty lot. Do this for us, though, and we'll be on our way to taking back what is rightfully ours.
Okay. As the majority of northern Germany is, yes. But not anymore. Not since I quit that club. No, because I have nothing to do with that. I had zero to do with that. No, I wasn't raised as one. Stop it with that nonsense. No. Absolutely not. Uh-uh. Well. I see you. Lurking and sneaking around there. Okay. Not okay. What do you want from me? I have absolutely zero mana left. You idiot. See, that's what you get. There you go. You. There. You to me. You are level 45. Why are you so high level? What happened? Let's make another of these mana gems. Perfect. Some more bottles while we are at it. And perfect. And then we need 4 more rogues, 3 more assassins, and 9 more shadow mages. Yikes. Don't want that. Okay. Why are they called Shadow Mage and not Warlock? Because that's what they are. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Hi to the Lurker Lounge. No, hey, no, 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 no. No, no, no. Frech and Salagon. Frech is a is a German word for sleek, cheeky. Yeah. Kinda. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cheeky. And maybe even a little sassy, but mostly like sleeky and cheeky. Mm-hmm. Now, where was that assassin? I think in that case more like cheeky. There you are. Okay. So I'm going the other way then. Yep, I see what's going on there or over there. Oh. Mhm. And any plans for your free day today? You haven't left bed yet? That good start. Good start. Maybe breakfast soon? Alright, alright. So taking it slow today and seeing what the day brings. Boy. Let's go to the garage and put the suspensions back together. Oh, I see. I see. Alright. Hi, 44. Good morning. Happy Friday to you too. And thanks for the lurk. Wait, for the Opel, is that yours or is that the car that you're going to take in September? Oh, for Spain. Ah, okay, cool. Nice. Well, hopefully the parts arrive then. That the only thing that needs to be fixed? Hi, Bazagan. Good morning. Very coffee for those who need it. I think everyone in chat needs a coffee. Mm-hmm. Every single one. Need to calibrate the electric steering too. Service the brakes, then it should go through inspection. Oh. Gotcha. Your trailer with the coffee tank for Caninos sounds about right. And apparently also for Ansalavan. I think the two of them can share. Hmm? I think. Yeah. It's Friday. Extra coffee for everyone. Woohoo! Thank you, Bazaar Khan. Wow. You're getting free coffee? And then still asking for more? No. Ok. Of course, both. As long as he and Natadril don't have to pay for it. Right? As soon as they have to pay for it, they want nothing. Mm-mm. They drink tap water, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Thanks for stopping by, Buzzertown. See you later. Maddie is lurking. He had to do some things. He had to run some errands. That's why he's lurking. Why are you running so far away? You want croissants and a cake? Go to the internet, go to Google, Google it, get the recipe and make it. There you go. You know, it can be quite easy. Okay, that's done, finally. Now just one more assassin and 2 more rogues. Google and breakfast. There you go. You want chocolate mousse cake? Same rules apply. Make it! After work you get on it? Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, we have all the assassins. We need rogues. 2 of them. Well, there's always the picture cake tax to pay. Right? In the kitchen and food channel. Always. What? Finally. Yeah, given that you're in Denmark and I am here in Finland, I highly doubt that there will be fresh cake involved. So... yes. I take a picture. Hi Al, good morning, hello. One more rook. There we go. You. You.
patience.
And that's very nice. It is. Nothing wrong with that. Very kind indeed. What now? A hyena, really? Really? There we go. Turning that one in. That goes back to Booty Bay, right? Yeah.
Time is money, friend.
Top-notch work, adventurer. Top-notch. You've thinned down the nomad population to a point where we can actually take the fight to them. If you haven't already, talk to Spigot operator Luglunket here. He gives a bounty on any of the Waste Wander water pouches you may have run across while bringing those nomads to justice.
Very good. Done.
Welcome to Tenaris, adventurer. How can I be of service to you today? You don't look like a blacksmith to me, but I know how looks can be deceiving.
True, true. Let's make a few of these mage weave bolts and silk cloth bolts. And those. And then put that there. That there. Then we're sending this to Omi. Putting the bolts in our bank, like that. Take that out. You can go there. Fantastic. Fantastic. And now,
Where would you like to fly to?
to Feather Moon.
See you soon.
And we can take care of some ogres and the screechers. Yes. That sounds like a good idea. Okay. Arrived in Feralas and it's raining. Of course it is. Up there. How do we get up there? I might have had to stop here and then go there. That might have been the smarter idea. That might have been smarter. Smarter. Oh no, here as well. Ah, oh, okay. Well, down there. Okay, cool. Hey, Phoenixer. Pogo stick? Gets you over rocks and rivers. Okay. Oh, okay. What is a pogo stick? I don't know a pogo stick. What is a pogo stick, Phoenixer? We have a flying mount. Yeah! Uh-huh. First ever flying mount in Classic. Stock. I don't know what that is either. Wait, it's hold on. Is that used for um for these little championships things like in the Netherlands where people take that stick to go over a river? Let's do that this weekend? No! I have my mom here. Well, you can do it and send me the video. But good morning, Phoenixer. And happy Friday. Your foot hurts from what? Stomping on the ground so much because you don't get free cake? Oh, that one. Okay, now I know. Thank you. Now I know. Now I know. That way around. Yes, that's why your foot hurts? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sure. Is the boat coming by anytime soon, or? No? Because I don't have cake? How do you know? Maybe I do. The boat hit the iceberg. My heart will go on and on. Oh? You ate it? What, my cake? When were you here? And how did you get in the house? The door was locked. There wasn't a moped last night. There it is. There wasn't any moped. The grandparents arrived. No more mopeds. You crawled in through a window which were also closed? Have you been breaking into the neighbors again? Yeah. That sounds more like neighbors. Again. Sheesh. Not that old. Not mid-80s old. It could be that you had been at the neighbors again, because this morning there was already a light in the living room on. Because I know that is the light from the living room, because A, we were over there once, they invited us over, and secondly, that light is brighter than the stadium light. And shines directly into our living room. So, that's nice. So that light was on this morning already. When we got up. And usually that isn't. Oh, the grandparents are nice. The older couple. They are nice. Even the parents are nice. It's not so nice that the kids, well, the teenagers, think it's a good idea to use their mopeds at like 2 a.m. Lawnmowers on wheels. But besides that, they are really nice people. And yes, one can argue teenagers being teenagers. You've done that in your youth also. I never owned a moped. But you also know that the older you get, the more it's like, shut up, kids. Mostly. Not all the time. Mostly. $46. Well, trying my luck. Most likely won't have any. Trying anyway. Wow, did you just silence me? You did. Bugger. Ugh. I'm not. No, Chelsea is 42. The enemy is 46 here. Not fun. Bought Final Fantasy Remake and Rebirth. Were on sale. 32 for both? That's not a bad price. Nice. More backlog. Woohoo! Nice try, Ansalagon, but the level ends at 60. 60 is max level. Nice try, though. Okay, we need one more of that. Yes. They are still way, way, way too high. 45. Yeah. Okay, you. You are going to be the last one here.
spirit hovers over its fallen body. Its ghostly eyes pierce through you as it gazes beyond.
Weedle Forge. Alright, we got those done. New Weedle Forts? Oh, there. Oh, okay. Okay. Got it. Yeah, I think I'm going to wait until all three are out and bundled, and then maybe we are going through them. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too, that a bundle for the three of them should be okay then. But yeah, maybe with a lot of question marks, because there are so many other games that we have to go through first. I want to do a run with Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2. I would like to make an Elden Ring run. Yeah, want to take a look at The Wolf Among Us and all that. So yeah, we have a lot to do. A lot to do. You're still grumpy? You got a PS4, played the first, then they went back on it. The rest being released for PS4. Why are you grumpy about that? Shouldn't that be good then? Because you had the PS4? Am I missing something? You bought a PS4 to play the new trilogy, not just cause of that, but it was a strong driver. Okay. So you have the PS4, Oh, so they didn't really, yeah, went back on it. What this sounds more like, that they said they would, or that they didn't say they would, and then they did. Okay. Well, time to sell the PS4 then. I hope it wasn't too expensive. What do PlayStations cost nowadays? $900? For a console? Good lord. $900. Jesus. Unbelievable. Anyway. Camarine, wow. Our first one of that. We need 4 more of the warlocks and 3 more brutes, and then we need to find out where the shamans are. Around 900 is the current price for PS5 Pro. Most expensive, yeah. And mostly because memory and chips are insanely expensive. Yeah, 900 euros? That is like, do I want to pay rent or do I want to own a console? That's insane. And they are still selling at that price? PS4 was about 400 at launch, closer to 200 when it was nearing the end of its life cycle. I mean, that's a price I can get behind. But 900, that's insane. Jeez. Okay, we need 3 more of the warlocks. And then 8 shamans. I don't know where they are. Are they here? In front of DieLuette? Yeah, but there have to be other consoles. Or do all consoles lay in that price range? That is absolutely ridiculous. Oh shit. Ultimate level of performance. Okay. Yeah, but 900 euros for a console where you can do... No. Anyway. It's not my money, but that is ludicrous. Yeah, but with a PC you have way more options that what you can use it for. Anyway, I'm not going into the PC versus console debate, but I just think those prices are absolutely ridiculous. Alright, we need the shamans. Alright, let's see where we can find the shamans. People are at the AI boom. Yep, understandably so. Notes? What are they doing here? Go away. Go away. Oh goodness, they're kinda low level, but still. Okay then. Now, where might they be? Look. Where is this pavilion? Do we find them here? Or not? Doesn't look that way. Also brutes, ogres, small brutes. Doesn't look that way. Where are they? Where are they? High wilderness. That's down here. Oh, are they deeper in those ruins? Oh, that could be. That could be. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Hi. Where did you come from? Why are you here? What do you want? Mhm. On the snoot. Okay. Alright, back on the road. So we're heading down here. The ruins of Isildian? Yeah. And see if we can find the shamans there. Maybe. Maybe. No, not going through here again. Going more like this way. Here are the gorillas, but we can make our way through that. And then we have to take care, or be careful about those... about those gnolls that are also there. What's with Diamore here? Are there just the elites right up front? Yeah. Oh! Okay. Yay! Level 43. Nice. All of a sudden our quest log looks a little better. There we go. Ok, ok, ok. Oh, come on. Fine. I was going to let you live. Apparently you do have a death wish. Now you, on the other hand, are a completely different story. Old Grizzlegut. I didn't even know that you existed. That's nice. And leather boots of agility. Of course. Of course. That's why we can't have nice things. Aha. Okay, so we get them here. Good. Good, good. Hmm. Just a second. Right. There we go. There we go. Hi, Canininos. Did you make breakfast? There's a mauler. Mauler? Mauler. How many maulers? Warlock? What? Where are the shamans? You're making it? Got a reminder from your stomach that is that you're lactose intolerant. Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you feel better now? Hopefully? Much better and very hungry? Be careful with the milk then. Be careful with that. You're always careful, put out the sour milk from the fridge. Yeah! Yeah, make sure it says lactose free on the package. It does. Well, there you go. Free lactose! Woohoo! Oh, dang. Not what I wanted. And I mean, Caninos now has such a nice and shiny, fresh, clean bathroom. Right? Interesting. For some reason, Caninos doesn't seem to agree with that. Another battle master. I don't need battle masters. I need the shamans. That's a mage lord. Wow, they are far and in between here. Far and few between. Rare. Let's call it that. So what are we having for breakfast? If the sour milk is now no longer an option. Yeah, I had two up here. I just saw something. That's a mage lord? Yeah, we had two up here. So I don't know where they are. Down here was nothing. Mage lords, warlocks, brutes, not a single shaman in sight. Rye bread with cheese and whiskey, marmalade and muesli. Of course. Even on your free day? Yeah, it looks that way, Sagrin. It looks that way. Because there are not many down here. I really don't like the warlocks. Because they hurt with their stupid shadow bolt. Well, if that's what you have at home, then that's fair. Or more. Warlock and Warlock? Mage Lord? Warlock? I just need to take care of you because you're in my way. Welcome back on Salagon. Oh. Well, I guess we have to go through this camp and kill a few of the other ogres in the hopes that they respawn as shamans. Yeah, oh. Oh, they are not social? Interesting. I thought that that dude might have attacked us now as well. They don't like each other. Go figure. Hey, y'all shenanigans. Shame on them for not being shaman? Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. How dare? How dare? I mean, they're giving us nice experience, though. On our way to level 44 now. Can they be here as well? No, not yet. Okay. Ok. Now, respawn please as shamans, because we need 4 more. Thank you for your cooperation. That warlock was too stunned to speak. They're a scam man, is what they are. A scam man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the idea. That's the plan. Yep. Working on that plan. Exactly like that. Just what I was thinking. Mage Lord. They came back. That one came back as a mauler. And another mauler. There's a Mage Lord now. Your sunflowers will start blooming in the coming days. People will see the pictures everywhere. I hope so. I do hope so. Plaster the picture channel with them flowers. Yep. Looking forward to seeing those pictures. And the hype, I can understand that. I can understand. How many do you have? Do you know? Or is it too difficult to say and sums up to a lot? How many and why not all of them? Fair question. Fair question. Six-bit flowers? And what colors? The typical yellow or the red ones? They all came back as the mauler. All came back as the same ones. And a warlock. Great. Doing very big pots. 3 in one big pot. And 1 in a smaller pot. For your... For your... For your what? They're pink, red, and white. Ooh, nice. I'm looking forward to those pictures. Yep, I do. I like sunflowers. Sunflowers are really nice. Oh, for your aunt. Oh. Just finished chemo and is officially cancer-free? Congratulations! That's awesome news. That's really good news. Super happy. Yep. Nice. Very cool. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Hmm. And 2026 is turning around now? That is definitely good news. That is definitely good news. Mm-hmm. I mean, we are entering the second half, right? So... may the second half be better than the first one? And I hate to break it to you all, but we are mid-June of 2026. Mid-June. How? Where did the previous 6 months go? Mid-April? Wouldn't that be nice? Feels like it. Isn't though. They went flying. Yeah. This morning I was like, oh look, it's the 12th of June. What? It's what? What? Excuse me? Well, that didn't work. We need one more shaman. One more. Only one. And again came back as a Mauler. So this one doesn't change. No matter what you do, he always comes back as a Mauler, or RNG is pretty much against us. Either or. I want to believe that he always comes back as a Mauler. That one doesn't change. Came back as a Warlock. Another Mauler. They don't change here. Let's see what they here come back as. Constantly putting out fires? I just don't know where the time went. I just don't know. Oh. Don't know. That is a lot of stuff happening. That is a lot of stuff happening, and none where you can do anything about it. Yeah, exactly, Phoenix. That time goes brrrr. Warlock, Mauler. That is a lot of stuff to go through on Salagon. That's why it is even more important that you take care of yourself. Exactly. Exactly like that. Yep. I hope that everything turns out for the better. Best wishes to all of you. Hey Crimson. Hi girl. How you doing? Good morning. Happy Friday. Just dropping by to say hi. Nettie lurked in the Baldur's Gate 3. Yes, well. They went interestingly. The first ones went interestingly. And I have to admit, I am having a much better time now with the second one. Starting over was the absolute correct way to do it. First one is always a trial. Yeah, and I'm glad that we decided to. You know what? That doesn't sit right. Let's not continue this one. Let's not. Let's make one that actually feels fun. And that it was quite early on, so there was enough time, well, not enough time, but not much time had passed. Let's call it like that. How are you doing, Crimson? Happy Friday to you. How are you doing? Anything fun planned for the weekend? You are not going to heal yourself. No, I refuse. I refuse. It is not allowed. There we go. I leave that for the next one. We can't go up here. But doing okay. Disappeared a little bit the past 2 weeks. Was dealing with something. I hope that whatever you're dealing with is bearable and over very soon, so you can enjoy your time again. Aww. You see, on Salagon, everything turned out nice. Everything turns out good. Everybody is getting better. More positive news are coming in. There you go. Another, well, hard and difficult time dealt with and over. Woohoo! Weekend seems chill. Already had fun. Had your coolest cousin sleep over for the past 2 days. Nice! It was very nice feeling to hang with the family. That's always good. I have my mom here right now. For another week. A little over a week. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Crimson. Hey, stop it. Exactly. Whenever there is a time where you think like, oh, come on. What now? What now? And what now? And then all of a sudden everything turns better. Yeah. It is in waves, I agree. I absolutely agree. And the saying is that bad things always come in 3. So that means that when they come in 3, that they also go in 3, right? At least that's how I say it. Hey! Stop it. You go back into polymorph. You weren't supposed to wake up yet. Shadow spell damage. Sorry, not a warlock or a shadow priest. Well, there you go, Ansalagon. There you go, that sounds amazing. And you know what? Now that everybody is getting better, it is time that you take care a little bit of your friends. Of yourself. Sorry. That it is really time for you to take care of you. Moving loot box full of groceries. It's on its way. Nice. Last Saturday, or was it Sunday? I'm not quite sure. Last Saturday or Sunday, I saw one of those things for the first time in real life. They are cute. The moving loot boxes. As in really cute. Loud? I didn't hear loud. Maybe because I was sitting in the car while they were just rolling by. But they are cute. Aw, look at that. That is so good to see. Gremlins coming together and supporting one another. Having kind words for one another. That is awesome. I am so proud of you all. Helped one back on the sidewalk and it thanks you very loud. Thank you! Thank you! Kitos! Yelling, making sure you heard it. That's what they do, making sure that you heard it. When you unlock it, it plays loud music unless you change the volume from the settings before it. You can change the volume on those things? Interesting. Didn't know that. Oh, they will, Ansalagon. They will. I said to Chrissy that they are absolutely out of excuses. They had every excuse in the book, and now they are officially out of it. Mm-hmm. New order? Yeah, link to the map that shows where it's going currently. That's also an option to change the greeting volume. That's smart. That's really smart. Imagine, just imagine. Imagine you are out partying with a friend, right? And the next morning, you order something and send it to your friend and set everything to the highest volume. That's totally something I would do. Well, you all do, Ansalagon. You all do. Not only them, you all do. That's not fair, I don't have enough mana. And not even a mana potion! There we go. Oh, if they were living alone? And I could send a bot to them? After knowing that they have a hangover? Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what I would do. And I wouldn't even feel bad about it.
You place the egg, the stress beacon, inside the chicken homing robot. Hums and whirs are heard from inside the robot as it struggles to stand up. After the robot comes to life, Oglethorpe's voice is heard once more, but now from inside the robot. Ooks 22F8 is working at least, but it needs major repairs. It is much too heavy for you to carry it. But I think I have an idea. Are you up for watching over it some more? The gnome's voice crackles once again from the robot. I need to move Ooks 22FE to an open, safe place so it can begin a lengthy takeoff procedure. It has built-in cloaking, but I need time on my end to make it operational again. Escort the robot from its current location to, let's say, the main road. That should be a perfect place, long enough to get things online. Escort it safely and then come talk to me in Booty Bay. Oglethorpe of Nautica South.
Oh yeah, sure. No, that's... Never give him the address. Ah. Going to visit your friends in Paris for the first time. Oh, you were? Yes. And you made a new friend. Well, there you go. Nice. See, as I always say, life isn't so bad. Not everything is always bad. No! Ugh. Ooh. Oh, come on. I don't have time for this, and now he's going to die. Well, then that's the way it is. I have no mana left. Nothing. Well, we tried. I always think it's the best when you visit a city for the first time, or even the second time, with a friend who is living in that city. because then you get to experience the city and everything that it has, or maybe some history of it, or architecture, or whatever it is. You experience that not from the tourist point of view, but from someone who's living in that city. I like that. I like that way more than doing some touristy stuff. All right. Let's turn this one in. And then we're flying to Katkatsan, turning this one in. Then we're then we are paladining our way back to Booty Bay. Yeah, that looks much better. Nice. Nice. Good progress today. Shown a few of your friends around Denmark as well. Yeah, I had that many years ago with friends who are living in Copenhagen. And when I visited them for the first time, that was great. That was really great. You know, seeing the city through all the little nooks and crannies and all that you don't see as a tourist. I mean, I've done the tourist stuff as well, but it completely is night and day. Absolutely, night and day. Type of delivery bot is the most common one on the design. Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Them not being destroyed is a good thing. I mean, you do want your stuff to be delivered to you. What you paid for, right? Need to take new passport photos today. End of the year I have to renew my henkilökortti. That is running out. Hello. Thanks for streaming on YouTube as well. Hey, my pleasure. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. We're doing this every morning. Every morning, like 3 hours ago. That means I'm going to stop quite soon-ish. We have World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore. We call that segment Breakfast in Azeroth. Every morning, and then in the afternoon, we have story-rich games. And right now we are having a run of Baldur's Gate 3, starting at 4 PM CET. Also for about 3.5 hours. Every day except Saturday. Tomorrow I have my day off. And always this the dual streams. So if you are interested, you're more than welcome. Hey Bazahan.
I am honored.
Hello. Welcome back.
May the stars guide you.
Technically, you can get into problems if you travel to the one because it's valid for only 2 months, and you think most country. Isn't that just for the visa? I was closing? No, we still have 3 quests to turn in, and then... All good. Isn't that only for the
While
visa?
the ruins of Feralis can be quite dangerous, they have much to tell of what has happened here. Searching through the rubble to the south a few days ago, I discovered what appears to be a normal stave. However, I just can't shake the feeling that there is something more to it. Angelus and I have been poring over our books here, but we can't find a thing about it. I have a colleague in Darnassus that may be able to tell us what this is, adventurer. Why don't you go talk to her and see if she can help us?
I am very grateful you were able to do this for me. Now please don't mention a word to Troyus about this.
My philosophy on leatherworking is that the work must be the best quality possible, no compromises. Anyone who says that quality doesn't matter is trying to sell you oceanfront property in Dunmoreau. In my latest pursuit of high-quality materials, I have run across thick Yeti hides. The Yeti are native to Feralis, with many found in Feral Scarvale. I want some, and I'll give you a choice of one of my leather goods for a stack of 10. If that sounds fair to you, then we're in business.
Okay. Beachfront property in Dunmoreau. Well, I mean, there is the Log Modan, so thank you for the follow. Thank you, appreciate it. Welcome. Or was it even 6 months? That could also be. But I think that's only if you need a visa for that country anyway. Otherwise within EU? Nah. It has to be valid. If you have a visa to travel to any Schengen, you can travel any other Schengen. Yeah, the thing is, if you are within the EU, you don't need a visa. If you go to the, for example, to Switzerland or to Norway or to nowadays UK, then you have to have the because they are in this, oh god, what is it called? Economical area, eco area. Then you have to have proper ID, and for UK I think even visa now. There's still some... Yes, but you don't want to stay there for 90 days. Exactly, Switzerland is not in the EU. They are in the... yeah. In the Schengen with the economical stuff and all that. So no, they are not EU. They are neutral to everything. They don't have an opinion ever. All right. Hold on. Hold on. Phoenixa, I sent you something in Discord. There you go. Yeah, some of it is just a little overcomplicated. Some of it, some of them wanted to be just special, but in general, as a EU member traveling within the EU, you don't have to think about these 3 or 6 month stuff. Usually. Because that's not the intent. Okay, turning this one in here. And then we are quickly porting ourselves to Darnassus so we can turn this one in. And then we're booting ourselves, not rebooting, we are porting ourselves back to Booty Bay. And turn in that one. Yep. That's what's going to happen.
They want the impossible from me. The Steamweedle cartel wants me to teach the South Sea pirates a lesson. The problem is that I can't be in 2 places at once. I need to stay here to keep the peace. Of late, the pirates have been disregarding the protection money that the cartel regularly forks over. So I'd like to temporarily deputize you to go down there and show them what for. You'll find them at Lost Rigger Cove, which is not too far to the south. Thanks, adventurer. I'll owe you one.
I owe Seawolf McKinley and Booty Bay some rum to settle a bet, but I'm all out of rum. Captain Quergo stole my last shipment, and he has it stowed in that walled pirate town to the south. If you can find my shipment of rum and return it to me, then I can prove to McKinley that Kalimdor's booze beats the dirt out of Booty Bay.
You're the help the cartel sent, I suppose you'll do. Listen carefully,
Thanks.
adventurer. As you know, I am a procurer of fashionable apparel for the elite of Azerothian society. Kings and queens, war chiefs, and, well, whatever the Horde calls their queens, all wear what I choose is in style. And they pay through the nose for it, which is the best part. So here's what's going to happen. You head down to Lost Rigger Cove and acquire a lot of pirate hats by whatever means. Do you think you can handle that?
Wanted. Caliph Scorpidsting, the Gadgetsan Water Company of Gadgetsan. Tanaris will pay a high bounty for the head of Caliph Scorpidsting, leader of the Wastewander Outlaws. His crimes include 1. Murdering Gadgetsan Water Company employees. 2. Stealing Gadgetsan Water Company resources. 3. Seizing Gadgetsan Water Company property. Bring proof of Caliph Scorpidsting's demise to Chief Engineer Bilgewizzle for an immediate reward. The vile pirate, Andre Firebeard, is wanted for crimes against Steamweedle and Gadgetsan. By decree of Governing Council, any who read this are hereby authorized to use lethal force during the apprehension of Andre and his abettors. By further decree, should Andre be deceased or otherwise indisposed during the time of his hearing, his head may act as proxy in deliverance of such head to Security Chief Bilgewizzle. Constitutes a binding and tenderable contract.
Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. All Black, thank you
Oh,
for
so Troy
the
Simone
explanations.
sent you. Always bothering me with his wild notions that he found something important. Look, adventurer, I'll be blunt. Troyes always thinks he has found something important in those ruins. The truth is, anything that was truly valuable was probably hoarded away long ago by the ogres or the harpies that now reside there. You're welcome to take a look around, but I don't know if you'll find any books here that will help you.
No? No books that could help me? Nothing? Not up here. What about here? Oh. Here? Oh. Oh. You do what you want to do here. Perfect. Okay. Next up, Booty Bay. Is this my first playthrough? Of what? WoW? No. Hell no. No. It's the first hardcore run. But not the first WoW. No.
It says here that the Fool Stout was a success. That's good news. If you ever want more of the stuff, then let me know, and I'll have you gather more of Zanzil's mixture.
Zanzil's mixture. Okay. No. I played this game in the beta. I played it when it released. I've always played it in the meantime. No, this is not my first rodeo with this. It is not my third hardcore run in a row. Don't listen to Ansalagon. Ansalagon wants to stir up some stuff that's not true. No. Why am I doing this? I'm going to stop. Why am I doing this nonsense? Ring of Vampira and the Buccaneers. No, we are not doing that. I think we can. We are going back to Tanadis, but not now. The two previous ladies, those weren't a run, because the first one died at level 9 and the second one died at level 23. That is not
Greetings,
a
Mage.
run.
Shall I provide you with further insight into the world of magic?
A run is, well, at least in my description, a run is you make it to max level. That's a run. And max level being 60. That's a run. In my book. Ambi and Borny before were trials.
I sell only the finest arcane gear made by the crafters and mages here in the city of Stormwind.
The first hardcore run was surviving the wait for classic WoW. True. Yes, very true. That was a difficult time indeed. I know that it is not in your book, because your book is always the opposite of mine. No matter what. Same with Siuni. Your books are always the opposite of mine. We know that. But that's okay, we don't have to agree on things. Sending that to you. Stop playing WoW after 20 years. Life caught up. Yeah, I've never been the raider. I've never went on raids, and my intention with the game was never to be the best of the best of the best and have the greatest gear and be the first to do things and stuff. WoW always for me is casual and having fun. That was for me always the most important. You know, I always said that play the game however you see fit. If you want to do 20 raids in a week, do 20 raids in a week. That's your prerogative, and you're having fun, awesome, more power to you. For me, it was never that. I'm a casual player. And that's why there are only a few months where I didn't have a subscription going since release, basically. Yeah. And I always come back to it, even if I don't play it for a couple of months. Before we started this segment in the morning, I always came back to it, just for, you know, it is familiar. It feels home. Hi, Saima. Hello. I went through the raids after. Meaning when, as I had the max level characters, and then I went through the smaller dungeons and raids, and when a new expansion came and then hit max level there, went through the next stage of raids and so on and so forth. So I did see the dungeons and the raids, but I've never went through it with a ton of people. If that makes sense. But as I say, the beauty of games is
No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole history of the whole history.
Thank goodness. Imagine things being stolen throughout the history of the whole history. That would be awful.
Safe travels.
No, but I always say, play a game however you want it to be. That's the beauty of the games. Just have fun. Enjoy what you do, have fun. Ew, people in MMO games, ew. Thanks for the follow on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate it. Casual hardcore player. Yeah. Well, I've never did a hardcore run, so of course I have to do this. And once we are done with the hardcore run, we are going to Burning Crusade and play through that. And then we see what's going to happen after that. I don't know.
In the art of tailoring than
Then,
myself. Last I heard, he could be found in Theramore Isle. He is the person you should seek.
yeah. Then when those two runs are done, it's most likely the end of 2027 or something. After the Battle for Azeroth expansion, you played a lot of Turtle WoW? Never did that. Amazing experience, sadly also come to an end. Yeah, I heard that, and I was told off. How dare I play Classic and not be Turtle WoW? Yeah. That was interesting. that was interesting. Oh, thank you, Ansalagon. You're sweet. Thank you. I'm not entirely sure I do that, but thank you.
I sell only the finest arcane gear, made by the crafters and mages here in the city of Stormwind.
Okay.
Have a good one.
Oh, yeah, I will. WoW has the feature to allow players to play the game any way they want. Exactly. Exactly. And that's the most important part. I mean, that's why it is called a game, that you play. Otherwise, it's a job. Playing is always for fun. And fun is whatever you make of it. Easy as that. And the most important part is don't let anybody tell you how a game is to be played. Because that's BS. And a big BS. Thank you, Ansalagon. I appreciate that. That is super kind of you. Thank you. But, as I always say, I couldn't do this without all of you. Wouldn't work that way, otherwise. No need to do progressive rating? I wouldn't go so far as to say that you don't need to do progressive rate or progress rating. If you want to do that and want to see your own progress from starting out to being all purple and having sets and all that, perfect. Go for it. Do it. Why not? If that what interests you, perfect. Well, I think you found your people then, All Black. I think you found your people. That's exactly what's going on. And a lot of food talk. Yeah. Mostly cake and lunch. Mm-hmm. That's also a thing. Ooh, pretty. Pretty. Hey, Ansalagon! That is so nice of you. Thank you for gifting that sub to All Black. Super kind. Thank you. Whoops! What just happened? Coffee and Kuchen. Yes. Well, coffee and Kuchen in the afternoon. When there is not the battleground, for heaven's sake. The Baldur's Gate 3 run. 3 PM CET. Mm-hmm.
Since the fall of Dalaran and the destruction of Quel'Thalas, wares of this sort have been hard to come by. But Luke and Cordell and some of our other tradesmen have been doing a fine job of filling our orders with quality merchandise.
There's always afternoon somewhere. That is completely true. Mm-hmm. And if you want to have the same vibes going on in the afternoon just with another game, you're more than welcome to come back then. Alright, sending that to Omi as well, and I think we can send her some money as well, just in case. Welcome to the Gremlins, exactly. Exactly.
No one's ever stolen anything out of here, not in the whole history of the whole history.
Thanks.
See you around.
I'll let you know that we haven't talked about food that much today. Well, because the people who usually talk about the food have either a free day and are doing something, or actually have to work. What? I know, completely weird. Completely weird. No, okay, okay. Perfect. Great. So, my dear Gremlinators, I am going to stop it right here. And we are going to continue this. Today is Friday, right? So, okay, we are going to continue WoW Classic Hardcore on Monday, because tomorrow is my day off, and on Sunday I always have just the afternoon stream. So if you are here for WoW Classic only, come back on Monday, and I wish you a fantastic weekend. If you want to see our Baldur's Gate... Did I say Battleground again? No, I didn't. If you want to see more of the Baldur's Gate 3, then I suggest you come back this afternoon at 3 p.m. CET when we are continuing the run with our Paladin Dark Urge character there. Up until then, thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for making this fun. I appreciate you all hanging out here and making all of this possible. And I wish you a wonderful break in between, and hope to see you later. Up until then, I am out of here. Bye-bye.